I am. You have no idea how excited I am right now.
You really like it?
I'm so freaking excited for this. I haven't played that since I was a kid.
But we're tweaking the rules.
Oh. The way I used to do it was finding different occupations first.
Right.
This feels right, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at ourselves, and we are sharp-dressed men.
You know, we look, I think, like a couple on a honeymoon.
Yeah, we look like that couple.
We do look like this couple. Josh gifted me this tank top right before the pod, and it is Joe Exotic behind... do you know this gentleman's name?
I think if you say naked black guy with a dick, people know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the guy with the thing.
Yeah. If you say naked black guy over quarantine, they're like, yeah, we know who it is.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the picture that I got texted a million times by a ton of different buddies?
Gazillion times. Yeah, a gazillion times. There were some real good ones, but this to me, and I want you to know, here's why that's extra special. One, I'm not sure what material that is exactly. How would you describe that material? Sheen?
Sheer? Charlie Sheen?
I don't even know, but
Sheen.
It's not too often that I gift tank tops.
It's not very often that anyone sees my arms out of a shirt that doesn't have sleeves on it.
Now, your arms are almost as pale as my legs.
And your legs are next level.
My legs are next level, aren't they?
They're next level.
Because
dude.
you can really see the vein.
Yeah.
Like you see the blue on my shoe? Mm-hmm. It's not as blue as my leg.
I know. Like Puma went to Josh's legs to try. They're like, what color? I don't know what color blue that is, but it is beautiful.
Yeah. The name of this shoe is Josh Wolf Blue. And then on top of that, man, you know, when I saw that shirt, you know, I'm a fan of just weird.
Of course.
There's not a whole lot better than that.
I mean, this is just, what kind of looks would I get walking around downtown Nashville in this shirt?
I'm going to tell you something right now. I have worn one of those shirts out, and it is a conversation starter.
Oh, I bet.
People are going to come up to you if you're wearing that shirt.
Well, you're inviting people to come say what's up.
You might as well say, please come talk to me.
Yeah.
And they do. And people, you know, the biggest question I get when I wore that, where did you, I gotta get one of those shirts.
Of course.
Always a bro who's like, I got it. Hey, bro.
Bro, where'd you get that, man?
That is a sick, bro.
That's solid. That's a solid tank top.
Now, this is a shirt I don't think I've ever worn. This shirt here, you know, when I used to do Control Chaos, I used to dress Jacob up in weird clothes.
Yeah, every week. Mm-hmm. You had a little budget for him. It was great.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And this is one of his shirts.
Now, this shirt reminds me of if Ricky... Your look kind of reminds me of Ricky Ricardo on acid.
Yeah.
Or Ricky Ricardo joins the circus. Like something like that.
Yeah, or just Ricky Martin.
Or just Ricky Martin in general.
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, this is not... You know, there's a lot bad on this outfit. First of all, these shoes I only wear... These are not great. The color of these shoes with this... But I think these are the most grandma glasses I got.
They are Elton John's grandmother. That's what those glasses are.
Grandma John?
Grandma John.
Oh, man. Why didn't he write a song about goodbye, Grandma John?
Goodbye, Grandma John. We had a good time.
Yeah, dude.
I enjoyed your weather all the time.
Goodbye, Grandma John. You made great oatmeal cookies for me. I don't know why I turned it Adam Sandler all of a sudden.
Where are the cookies?
By the way,
Elton John hitting a little different.
Dude, Sandler, that voice still makes me exceedingly happy.
He nailed it.
That voice still...
It's a code breaker of a voice.
It really is.
It is.
And he can do it at any time, and you're like, yeah, I'm in for this voice. Hey, ooh, boo, boo, doober.
Have you seen my movie Uncut Gems?
What?
No? Have you seen Uncut Gems? Have you ever seen that movie?
By the way, I have seen that movie. Have you seen that movie? By the way, how great would that have been if Rob Schneider was in that? If he was the Uncut Gems guy?
Dude, right as he finally is about to pull up the heist, he just pulls out and goes, "You can do it!
You can do it!"
Just breaks all reality of that movie.
Who do you think has been luckier to be associated with Sandler? Now, I won't say that Rob only got work because of Sandler, because I think he got SNL without Sandler. So right.
He happened to meet him, and they just had chemistry.
Do you think? Because I think Schneider. Look, what was a movie? Love Guru.
No, that was Mike Myers.
That was Mike Myers.
Yeah.
His first one.
Which Rob Schneider movie?
The Rob Schneider movie where
the hot chick, the animal,
the animal.
The animal. Okay.
Yo, Animal and Hot Chick, by the way.
They're funny.
Both made me laugh.
They're funny.
Both legit made me laugh.
They have big laughs in them.
I am one of those dudes also that your movie has to be so bad for me not to like it.
Yeah. Because I will give credit and slack to a lot of movies if they're fun.
Yeah.
If they're fun, I'm like, it's a fun movie, you know?
Also, if you go to Iron Man or Transformers or any of those kind of movies and you're like, I didn't like the story.
That was my thing with the new Mortal Kombat movie. People were upset about it. I'm like, it's a video game movie, and it's just fun. It's silly. It's fun.
What were you expecting? The Godfather?
We're expecting the plot to be incredible.
You know, I was really hoping there was going to be more of a love connection.
The character development between Sub-Zero and...
You know, his front kicks weren't believable. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's called Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
The movie's called Iron Man.
A tournament for souls.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not quite grounded enough for me. I don't know about that.
I don't believe that their souls were really... That fucking drives me. Honestly, like, I'm with you.
The Jurassic Park movies were, it's like...
It seems like, I feel like the Tyrannosaurus Rex's arms would have been a little longer.
Did you hear that some dinosaurs actually had feathers back in the day? And they didn't represent that whatsoever.
That shit drives me. First of all, you're criticizing just getting a movie made and making it and getting it distributed
is so hard. It's the amount of movies that don't get made or that get put on the shelf before we ever see them is such an astronomical number.
Come on.
Yeah.
So if I'm going, I would rather have a good time than a bad time. Does that sound crazy? I would rather have it. So I don't go into movies like, you better
impress me.
This, you know what? I fucking sitting there with my notepad. No, I go in like, hey. Now, granted, I'm pretty high when I go in. So I'm already like...
So that already bumps up the D rating to at least a C.
I'm easy to please.
Yeah.
If I'm not asleep by the end of the movie, you've done a great job, sir.
It was riveting.
Yeah, I am on board for that.
Your Rotten Tomatoes scores are...
100%. I stayed awake the whole time. That's what all my reviews say.
Yeah.
Loved it. Stayed awake the whole time.
Loved it.
I didn't sleep once. Loved it.
You watched Gone with the Wind? Horrible flick. I don't know what it was.
I don't think I could get it through. I don't think I could get it. I've never seen it. Have you?
No. I only know the famous lines from it.
What would you say, and I can tell you mine, what would you say is the biggest movie that you've never seen that other people have?
I want to say probably Pulp Fiction is up there.
That is way up there.
It's way up there.
Now, not curious?
I'm curious. I tried to watch it a couple times as a kid, and my dad came in the room and was like, turn this trash off.
And pull your pants on.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to jerk off to this movie, or you're not?
Oh.
This isn't the right one? No.
I like the briefcase. Wait, that's the part that's turning you on? Not Uma Thurman or anything?
I like the briefcase.
Yeah, it's a real cool briefcase.
It's cool. It's really shiny.
I like that one.
It lights up and stuff.
So that's up there for me. When people hear that movie, that I haven't seen that, they sometimes get upset with me. They're like, how have you not seen that? It's one of those that have slipped by me.
Okay.
I haven't seen some of Tarantino's big films.
Have you seen True Romance?
Mm-mm.
That's top 10 movie for me ever.
Okay.
That's top 10. The cast is
Have you seen Time Bandits?
Yes.
I'm so happy you just said yes.
Have you never seen Time Bandits?
No, I love it.
I fucking love
Not
Time
many people
Bandits.
have seen Time
Oh, dude,
Bandits.
Time Bandits is an underrated
It's
film.
so freaking good. If we're talking time travel movies, of all time travel movies,
I don't know that
top
there's a-
5. Top 5 easily.
Easy. Back to the
Easy.
Future, obviously, for me.
Yes.
Got to be number 1. By the way, for me, Titanic. Never seen Titanic.
Ooh, that's pretty big.
Never seen Titanic.
That's one of the highest grossing of all time.
Never seen Titanic. Never
Okay.
seen The Notebook.
Notebook I can understand, but that surprises me though because you're a married guy.
Yeah.
That surprises me because
I'm a married guy who says, find someone else to see that movie with you. Hey, dude, there's a lot of things you got to do in marriage that you don't want to do.
sometimes you
seeing
can
Titanic
scoot
and
those
Notebook,
off to
yeah.
the girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
go see that with Chanel
You're
or whatever.
going to. Do you think my wife has a friend named Chanel?
Maybe.
What an interesting name to pull.
It's one of my wife's friends' names and it popped in my head.
Look at that, dude. That
Oh,
is
I
so
know.
dumb.
That's so funny.
But I
Josh's dog Indiana Jones just is chomping at the bit to come hang out with us.
yeah.
I played Sax a hint before, and his face when I
His
put
head
that side,
turned
he
to the-
literally goes. "Rrr?"
Yeah, he gave the.
He gave the Tim Allen.
Fuck it. By the way, Tim Allen makes me laugh.
Yeah,
Time travel movies. Back to the Future number 1.
it's got to be
What else? And what else are we talking about?
Bill and Ted.
Oh.
Yeah, that's up there for me.
To me, that's better than Time Bandits.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're real talking.
Yeah. It's better.
Yeah. But Time Bandits is just slept on. I had that on a VHS tape as a kid.
Dude, but Time Bandits is so far before your time in such an obscure film. Like, who showed you Time Bandits on a VHS?
I think somebody in my family recorded it on a VHS tape, and then I would show it to friends when they came over, and we just thought it was amazing. We're like, "There's time travel. There's little people.
Yeah.
This is incredible."
By the way, those two things for me, same thing.
That's what sold the movie in the elevator pitch.
100%.
Okay, we've got this idea. All right.
Little people are going to time travel. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Start production immediately.
Do you need a script? No.
No.
Just have them riff.
There is no script to that movie. You go back and watch and be like, "Oh, there is no script. There's
Just
really no script."
Riff it up, guys. Riff it up, guys.
They're just like, "You little people are going to do all the work."
Yo, that was legit. There were some funny parts in that
I
movie.
think what I like about it too is sometimes they're so mean to the kid in it.
Yeah.
They don't make movies like that anymore.
No.
You can't be that mean to children anymore.
Not in a movie.
No.
You can in real life. Yeah. At your house with the closed doors closed. Yeah.
Yeah, anything goes.
I tell people all the time, look, you can't be a bad parent in public. In private, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Do whatever you want. Yeah.
But when you're at Walmart, get your shit together.
It's showcase mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Get your shit together at Walmart.
Yeah,
but
you
when you
can't
get
be-
home, I left my kid once at the grocery store.
Did you? How long?
He threw a tantrum.
You just decided to.
So, I remember my dad, my brother threw a tantrum at the grocery store. And my dad was like, "We're leaving right now." And I was like, "We haven't got the food." He's like, "I'll come back and get it. But I'm not doing this." And he turned to my brother. He goes, "Hey, I'm leaving." And my brother was like, that whole thing. My dad was like, I started to walk down the aisle with him. And I looked back and he goes, "Don't look back at him." I go, "Okay." So we walk out. And I'm walking up the parking lot. And I just kind of glance and I see my brother kind of darting in between cars. Because he wants to pretend like he's not there. And my dad gets in the car and I get in the car. And he starts it up. And I go, "He's right there." And he goes, "Yeah, I know." Boom, boom, put it in drive. Drove home. So my son was throwing a tantrum. And I said, "Hey, we don't have to do tantrums. We don't do it. You want to do it at home, I'm going to put you in the room. But in public, we don't do tantrums."
Yeah.
And he just kept, I go, "Cool." I go, "I'm leaving." And I told my other two kids, I go, "Come on." And they're like, "What about Trevor?" I go, well, you can stay with him if you want. And they were both like, nah.
Yeah, we're gonna come with you.
Yeah. We just said what about him, but we don't really care. We really want to go with you.
Do we even have a brother?
Yeah, this is cool. Some more food for us? Yeah. Do I get his bed? They were already claiming dibs. Can I have his shoes? Like, you know what I mean? He didn't die. He's just at the grocery store. Yeah, so...
Are his Christmas presents still it's underneath the tree? Because, I mean, I could just put a different name tag on
it out.
We can just cross it out. Yeah, it's fine.
And, I got in the car. And my daughter was real concerned. She was like, are you really leaving? And I said, yeah, I'm really leaving. Now, here we go. We're in Studio City. I feel pretty safe in Studio City. He's 8. And which isn't really old. And I get in the car. And I see him at the door. And he sees me look at him. So there's that moment that, like, he's deciding, oh, he's checking on me. I'm good.
Yep.
Right? And I just pretend like I didn't see him. Boom, boom, put it in drive. Down the parking lot. This dude. Woo, 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 woo. Dude, arms up, pumping.
Dad,
Waving like this.
Dad, don't forget me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the whole tantrum thing. My bad. I won't act like that in public ever again.
That was it. Yeah. Now, I didn't do what my dad did. I stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, just, I got no problem leaving any of you. I said it to all of them. I'll leave any of you. And they were all like, got it. Never a tantrum in public ever again.
How many dads in America do you think, there's always the joke of my dad went out for cigarettes and never came back.
Yeah.
How many dads do you think did that situation where they're like, if you throw one more tantrum, I'm never coming back? And they thought that he was bluffing and then he never came back.
It's it's so funny because maybe it's the dad who's like, well, you gotta follow through on what you say.
Yeah.
Or it's not good for the kid.
A man is only as good as his word. A man is only as good as his word, and if you don't live by every word that it comes out of your mouth, then are you really a man?
Man, I gotta tell you, dude. I think there's something that's missing because there was a level of independence that I had. Now, look, I grew up in the '60s. No, I didn't, but you know what I mean.
The shirt says otherwise.
Yeah, right. but there was a level of independence I had that not only do the kids not have it, they're not allowed to have it.
I think parents also expected you to have the independence too.
Yeah.
Even for me as a kid, we were expected to go play where we gave our parents a break. Like, go out of the house and play.
Now, as I've gotten older, I think go play outside was code for I want to fuck your mom, but I'm not sure.
Oh, dude. My dad wore this nurse shirt.
Oh, no.
This surgical, what's it
Scrubs.
called? Scrubs.
Yeah.
So he wore this shirt, and I knew that anytime he was wearing that shirt, he had just had sex with my mom.
Wait, that was his I just banged one out shirt? I mean, I would have expected one like this or this, something with a little zhuzh.
No, the reason why, I asked him years later, he goes, well, you can put on that shirt whatever way, and it's always on the right way. So if one of you kids were about to come in the room or something, I'd just grab the shirt real quick and throw it on. So that was his sex shirt. He had like a dedicated sex shirt.
Yo, dude, first of all, I love your dad.
Oh, dude, he's amazing.
Your dad had a sex shirt?
He had a sex shirt.
You know what would have been funny? If he came into the kitchen one day and you were wearing it and you were like, what's up? And you were like, he was like, what the fuck?
There's a new man in the house.
Hey, can you pick up for me? I'm a little tired, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Dad, we're out of Gatorade.
I need some electrolytes. Do you know one time, so when I was young, my parents left the door open and I saw them, right?
Oof.
What the fuck was that?
What?
Did you hear that behind your head?
No.
I don't want to say it was a bird. I wonder if that showed up on camera.
I don't know. We'll have to check the footage later.
Okay, so my instinct would say that was a dragonfly. However, it was too big.
Eerily close?
And too big to be a dragonfly.
By the way, for those of you listening to the podcast, we are in Nashville right now.
We are.
We are on Josh Wolf's deck, and we figured we'd do the pod outside because it's so nice.
Yeah.
So a dragonfly might have almost taken my head off.
I'm not sure if it was a dragonfly.
Do you think it was a bird?
It was somewhere
Or a bat?
in between bird and dragonfly.
Could have been a bat.
Man, we saw 2 cars get stolen out here the other night.
Yep.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild.
We heard some yelling and some tires screeching, and then we were both like, "That's weird." And then there was a note on the door from the police.
Mm-hmm.
Could you call us?
If you have any information.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we just.
I got to tell you, dude, when I got the note, could you call us? I thought, oh, here it is. Like, I have more weed and mushrooms here.
Oh, you thought that people were smelling weed
I thought
like
it was for
around?
me. Ooh. I thought I was like, you think I'm going to call you so I can go to jail? That seems dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll call. Are you the guy with the drugs? Yeah, that's me. We're going to come by and pick you up.
The cops tried to do that to my dad multiple times throughout my childhood.
What do you mean?
He had guns and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Are you serious?
yes.
Dude, this dude with his sex shirt is now one of my favorite people.
You got to watch the podcast with my dad. I ask him, I interview him about his first couple wives before my mom. It was questions that I've always wanted to ask him as a kid, and I had him on this podcast. When I went back to Kansas City at his place, we did a backyard podcast, and I asked him just awkward questions, and he's honest, and he tells me the truth on all of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I just interviewed my dad, and I asked him if he was a weed guy at all, ever growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, nah. He said, I did have a brownie once when we lived in Amherst, which is where I grew up, where I saw them having sex. He goes, that was the night that I passed out while I was peeing and stuck my hand through the window. So he was so high from his edible that he was taking a leak, and he fell asleep. He passed out with his dick in his hand, and we had a window above the toilet, and he put his hand right through the window.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a cool dad.
I mean, but he told me, he was like, yeah, that was the last time.
Yeah, I mean, if things are going to that extent, you're like, okay, maybe I should slow things down a little bit.
Maybe I'll stick to beer.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'll do.
Maybe that's my thing of choice.
And by the way, the edibles back then, even 10 years ago, the difference between a homemade edible, dude, is that, and I know you're not a drug guy. So what would happen is people would make edibles, right?
Right.
You get the weed, you melt it it's in the butter, right? Mm-hmm. But, when you're cooking and it's homemade, you don't know where the butter is. All the butter could be in 2 brownies.
Right.
It's
not evenly distributed at all.
So like when people would be like, I made brownies, you would really eat the plate, and everybody would eat the plate, and then you'd look around and be like, I wonder who got the good brownies.
Who got the lucky one?
Yeah, you look around and you're like, who's about to be fucked up?
In outer space.
Because some people are like, I don't feel anything, and some people are like, I'm gonna jump off a bridge. You know what I mean? Like it for sure was never real even, which is why I love the stuff now. It's super even.
My dad said that when he would smoke weed back in the 70s, that sometimes you get a batch where you didn't realize that somebody had dosed you, and it was dipped in LSD.
Yeah, I had heard people doing that. It's one of the
reasons.
reasons
It was very common.
I don't take. First of all, I would never do that because I would never waste my drugs on somebody else.
Right? Give them free. Really? Oh, you really got me. Prank.
Nailed it. I get
You
extra.
just wasted money?
Yeah, I got more drugs?
Yeah.
Cool. But also, like, when people ask me on the road, hey, like sometimes, have you ever had people bring you food?
Does Joey from Friends stop you on the road a lot? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? What do you eat? What do we eat? Have you ever had anyone make you food on the road?
It's happened a couple times, yeah.
There was a lady in Charlotte who used to bring me trays of mac and cheese. And finally I told her, hey, I can't eat this.
Yeah.
And she was like, why not? I go, if a stranger walked up to you in the street and was like, hey, I made this sandwich in my kitchen, but I'd like you to eat it, you'd be like, no. And she goes, I'm not a stranger. And I go, you are to me. Like, I know you're not a stranger to you, but like, and I told her, I go, I'm not even worried about you dosing it or anything. I just don't know what your kitchen looks like. I don't know if
it's
you
a cleanliness
washed your hands.
thing.
I don't know if there's dog hair in
Yeah,
there.
there could be a number of things.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, I don't know if you washed this pan before.
Yeah.
None of that stuff.
Yeah.
I know I just saw
There's
you
not a
digging your ass.
There's not a health inspector going by your kitchen. That's
No.
for sure.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm just, right now, I know for sure the cleanliness of your clothing has an F. So I'm just can only guess what's happening in the kitchen.
Dude, there was this lady who went to our church that she was the cat lady at our church. There's always a cat lady at every church.
Mm-hmm.
And there would be Sunday luncheons and stuff like that, Sunday potlucks, where everybody would bring something. And my mom would always, like, we'd be about to go for a certain mac and cheese. She goes, "No, kids. You're not eating that one."
Really?
And it was from the cat lady. She's like, I do not trust that mac and cheese. She's like, "You are not eating it."
That is so
She would see, my mom would have eyes like a hawk. She would see which mac and cheese was laid down by which lady, and it was the cat lady's mac and cheese. She's like, "No, kids, you're skipping that one."
That, yeah, and the cat lady was always like, "I always go home with a full tray."
I know, what is it? I slave over my stove every week, and nobody eats my mac and cheese. It's because there's a freaking
hair
cat paw sticking out in the middle.
I told you that I found a claw in the chicken McNugget.
Yeah,
and I told
dude.
you the story about the Band-Aid, right?
Yeah, Josh tells this story right after we have great Thai food and sushi at
Oh,
this
it's actually
restaurant.
delicious, yeah.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
My stomach is full. I'm feeling good. You know that kind of like warm feeling in your belly that you get after you eat a good meal. We're all sitting around.
I thought you were going to say swallow a good load, but go ahead.
In this shirt, yeah. You got it. You nailed it. In this tank top, you got it. Might as well call it a tank bottom, mister. And Josh tells this story of his friend at a wedding.
My brother-in-law.
Yes.
We were at my sister-in-law's rehearsal dinner. And this dude, my brother-in-law, we're all sitting there, and we're on Catalina Island. Nice restaurant.
Very nice island, by the way. It's an island.
It's an island. Very nice.
The Catalina wine mixer, heard of it from
Yep.
Step Brothers? There you go.
Yep.
That's a
That's
reference
how you
for
know
you. That's
it's
how you know it's nice.
Really nice.
Really nice.
And he's, dude, chewing this. He's eating this calamari, and he's been looking forward to calamari. He was like, "Man, I can't wait to get some calamari." He was saying it all day. That calamari, I had it there yesterday. It's so good. I can't wait to have some calamari. You're talking about calamari. So we're all sitting there, and calamari comes. Now, look, it could have happened to any of us because we all reached for the calamari.
But the
He
amount
puts-
of times he said calamari.
Oh, dude, made me happier. So this is the thing. He was so psyched. Also, he had just come on. I think he was just coming off like a weird diet where he hadn't had this shit in a long time. Fried food. He's just eating everything.
He's all about it.
And he pops this piece of calamari in his mouth, and he's chewing it, and he's chewing it, and he's chewing it, and he's chewing it, and he's chewing it. And he was like, "What the fuck?" And he pulled it out, and it was a Band-Aid. Somehow a Band-Aid had gotten in there, and he put it in his mouth. It's the single. Now, I laughed for a long time. I laughed.
Of course.
I was in between vomit and laughter. Do you know that?
Oh,
Because every time I thought about if that had happened to me, if that had happened to me, I would have lit a match to that place and been like, "Fuck, you owe me. This doesn't even pay me back."
yeah.
Yet. This doesn't even a Band-Aid from somebody clearly, obviously, who's working in the kitchen. It fell off a part of their body.
It's so gross to think of where the places we go, like with a Band-Aid.
And somebody told me once, they were like, "Yeah, but it get fried." I'm like, they don't serve fried Band-Aids for a reason, dude. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Dude, I had one at a carnival once, man. They had fried
Snicker, fried
Twinkies, fried Band-Aids. It's really good, man. You haven't tried one?
yeah, dude.
It's really good.
That's
literally a vampire carnival.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
Exactly.
It'd be like fried Band-Aids and stuff like that.
Oh, can I get some cold blood? We don't drink cold blood.
No, we don't do that.
Cold blood. But my friends all are having cold blood.
Come on.
If you were going to be one of those werewolf, Frankenstein, vampire, which one's your
Werewolf.
before vampire? How come? Because you're normal during the day?
Yeah, I got to live with my days, and it's only once a month that causes a real rough time for everybody.
Is it really only once a month? I thought it was every time the moon came out.
Full moon.
Oh.
So you can be locked away as a werewolf if you just, you know what I mean? If you time it right. If you have your lunar calendar and
Yeah.
you're an organized guy, that's not an issue.
You know what? I would think if you are a werewolf, you better get your shit together.
I also don't want to live forever.
That's the big no-no.
That to me, I'm like, oh, I don't want to be a vampire.
You know, when I hear
I'd like to
people-
fly, though, if we're talking like Lost Boys vampires.
Oh,
Come on,
Lost
dude.
was another good reference.
Come on, man.
A your sister.
That
dude with the saxophone,
Tim
shirtless?
Capello. Tim Capello.
Who's Tim Capella?
That is the guy.
Oh, does he play in a band? Or?
He does cameos for people still.
Yo.
Big J Okerson and Dan Soder did this campaign where they had him on the bonfire, and it was beautiful.
That I remember. Like, I'm gonna play saxophone.
Oh, dude, that's like how everybody started playing chess after Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
When people saw Lost Boys and they saw the sax, like, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, that looks sexy. I think I could get some
I
chicks
mean,
if I play
he's
that.
doing it one-armed. It's like that dude. Do you know
Jacked.
how hard it is to do that with a sax, a tenor? That it's a bigger
Really?
sax. Yes, to have the strength to do this over and over, and the wind to do this, and just pumping it around.
So
it's
he's
not a
a-
light. It's not a light saxophone.
Is he a legendary sax player?
He's like one of the. Yeah, I mean,
Compare him to like a guitar. Like, is he the Stevie Ray Vaughan of the sax world?
I don't think that the sax world goes that deep. To be honest,
You're like, we only got five. Five games.
We got
five.
like Kenny G. We got Tim Capello. If you want to go a little deeper cut, there's a guy named Gerald Albright that
There's
I
one
like.
guy named Jeremiah Watkins.
There's a guy named Leo P from Too Many Zoos. He's my favorite sax player.
Too many zoos?
There's this guy named Leo P that, in my opinion, is better than Kenny G. He's my favorite sax player because his style is so different from everybody. He
Do you
started off
think-
playing Subways in New York, and he can do techno and weird, crazy things with the sax. Like,
By the way, do you think anybody ever has gotten into a fight over Leo P and Kenny G?
probably
The
not,
fucking worst fight ever.
right?
Those two people definitely don't know how to
Dude, a
fight.
sax battle between those guys. Woo!
I forgot what I was about to say. Damn it. Kenny G, Leo P, sax battle. No, done.
Vampire, werewolves.
No.
All right.
It might come back.
Yeah, it'll come back.
My brain, like, I smoke enough weed where I don't forget everything,
But
but
it's tangential. You go on little tangents and then come back to
sometimes it falls back into place.
yeah.
These glasses help.
Yeah.
Is it hard to take me seriously with these glasses?
You know, I've never had an issue with taking you seriously because I have never taken you seriously.
Oh, perfectly.
Yeah.
Then we really don't have anything to worry about.
I mean, I think that's why we're good friends.
Yeah.
Is we never take each other serious.
Not a fucking thing. We did shoot some things yesterday, dude, that I think are going to be extremely funny.
I'm very excited to see that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Yeah.
Now, I think you giving me a blowjob was over the line.
I think it was, but like I think we got it in the take. I think we got it.
But it was a fun day of shooting, man.
Yeah.
It was a fun day of shooting.
Yeah, Josh and I. So I flew to Nashville basically to get to hang with Josh a little bit and shoot stuff, and we're gonna try to do that between LA and Nashville every couple months or whatever.
Do you shave your underarms?
I did for a Manscaped ad.
And how does it feel, these shaved underarms?
It's actually I like it because I use roll-on deodorant.
Yeah.
And with the roll-on, it really gets stuck in the tufts of hair, and the roll-on just stays on your pits way better.
What happens when you sweat and you don't have any hair?
Maybe you do get a little bit more leakage. I don't know.
I mean, I wonder if it just drips.
Like down the side? I don't know. I haven't experienced it yet, but
Yeah.
I also haven't been in that hot of weather, so I don't know.
The drip town is one of my least favorite feels.
Yeah, I don't like out of all the towns, Drip Town is not somewhere I like to visit.
Drip town is a town that I try to stay away from.
Like I like Flavor Town, but I do not like Drip Town.
No. Drip town is like 2 towns away from Flavor Town.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Guy Fieri is so sweaty that that's
Guy
like
Fieri-
his sistering town.
Yeah, Guy Fieri has to drive through. By the way,
think Guy Fieri has a lot of towns, but a lot of them didn't catch on. You know what I mean? Like Flavor Town is a famous one, but let's think about all the towns that didn't make the cut.
yeah. How about Colored Tip Town?
Colored Tip Town.
He has his tips colored.
Dude, I thought you meant a two-tone penis.
No, but I will tell you something, which I haven't admitted to many people. My dick is a different skin shade than the rest of my body.
Yep. That's my dad.
It's so bananas.
My dad's penis is super tan compared to his body.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah? What do you think that is?
because you've seen my legs. Anything's tan
Yeah,
compared to
you would think that it would be Golem on the legs, Golem in the groin.
My precious.
Not looking at the sun.
Yeah, yeah.
Just swimming,
In the cave.
eating fish
Yeah,
and stuff. That's what I imagine your penis looking like.
But it's tan. It's like it's been in Miami.
So weird.
Like my dick matches my outfit.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my dick's in Miami,
All
but my
right.
legs are in Greenland. Do you know what I mean? My legs are like somewhere where there's snow. I think. By the way, I wonder if my legs can still get tan.
Have you ever? I know they haven't seen the sun
Yeah.
in years and years, right? When was you should, as an experiment, go outside and do a tan or go to a tan bed and see what happens.
I think I'm gonna try outdoor. I might because I haven't worn shorts in 20 years.
20 years? Then I would be worried that you might get
Burn
a
up?
serious burn.
Oh, here's
You
what
would
I think.
you would literally, I would recommend, since I've had skin issues in the
Yeah.
past, if you're gonna actually do that, if you're gonna expose it to the sun, do not do it more than 10 or 15 minutes the first time.
Here's my
Because
theory.
you'll burn, brother.
I think I'm immune to the sun from here. I think my legs cannot get tan anymore.
They might have given up. Like, they might have shipped the melanin all to your dick.
Yeah,
That's why.
I think basically-
Maybe that's what happened. All the melanin from your legs that were supposed to be like
Abandoned
harvesting
ship!
the abandoned ship, they went right into that tan dick of yours.
Oh, but what if I actually just revealed that the only part of my body that's seen sun is my dick? I do tan my dick. I do like to tan that up.
You go to glory holes, but but it's just sunbeds for tanning beds.
just
With a
stick-
glory hole, you just stick the dick in.
Oh my god! By the way, so I did. Beth was shooting. My wife was shooting a music video, right?
Yeah,
in Florida.
Down in Florida, yeah.
Yep. And she was like, "You got to come and you got to wear shorts to the beach." I said, "All right." And she said, "So go to a tanning bed." Now, when I say I haven't worn shorts in 20 years, that excludes the beach.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I go to the tanning. She goes, "You got to get spray tan." I go, "Okay." So I go up right up the street. There's a spray tan place. And the lady walks in and she said, she went just like this. "Holy hell." I go, "What?" She goes, "Your legs are, they're white." And I go, "But not the whitest you've ever seen." She goes, "No, these are the whitest legs I've ever seen." She said, "I see people all day, every day." She said, "I've never seen a human have that color on their body."
She's saying that while she's like super tan and her lips are like, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I've never seen that
I've
color
never
before.
seen that color before. Your color legs. Can I take a picture?
Is that even human?
Is that hair? What's wrong with your legs? It's brighter than the paint on the wall.
It was through the white.
Was
She
it?
said, she was like, "Put your leg up against the white on the wall."
You went to one of those Home Depot color swatches?
Yeah, what is it? It just says Josh's legs.
It's like, why is it blinding?
Dude, this, I'm telling you, this is like the color of a fish that you would pull up from the bottom of the ocean. And you'd be like, "Oh, nobody's ever seen that fish before. That's interesting. It's never seen the sun."
Now, your legs are so white when the Black Lives Matter movement was really going on. Did you feel like you had to contribute more because of your legs
Yeah.
being so white? Yeah.
I did. I donated double. I was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
This feels like partially my fault, even though, you know what I mean?
It's my legs' fault. My top half
But my
says
dick,
otherwise.
my dick is fine.
Progressive.
Progressive.
Yeah.
Progressive dick.
Yeah.
But the legs.
But below that.
Nah.
Yeah.
Listen, honestly, I get so guilty just sleeping on sheets with my legs. You know what I mean? Because I don't, I was like, "Babe, we can't do white sheets. We got to do some sort of darker color."
Right.
sheet." But like when I stand, like even my own arm next to my leg.
They look foreign. That arm does not look like it goes with that leg.
No. By the way, do you? One of my favorite type of person to look at, is the person whose body and head and like nothing seems to match. Do you know those people where you're like,
Oh, like the people who got ripped later in life, that their head will never match their body?
never?
They got yoked and it's like, but you still have that same head.
Yeah, they look like a Far Side character.
Yeah.
Because they have a giant body and
Right.
a tiny head. You're like,
Huh.
wow, this is an interesting look for you. Dude, we went to, one of the gyms that I worked at in LA, this guy,
Did you work at multiple gyms like years ago?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
You said one of the gyms, so I was like, oh, interesting.
Oh no, just from when I would live. If I moved, I would just go to a different gym.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, I didn't have 3 different gym memberships.
Oh, I thought you said one of the gyms you worked at.
Oh, not work.
Worked out at?
Worked out at, yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you the job. I worked at Cantor's Deli for 2 days.
I love Cantors.
I saw someone. Maybe I shouldn't tell you then. Yes or
It's
no?
gonna ruin something for me. What year was this?
1998.
All right, I can live with it. Tell me this gross fact.
The soup. She couldn't find a ladle, and she just stirred it with her
With her wrist.
with her hand. She put her hand in there.
What?
She rolled up her sleeve because I had to put it on the pot before it was
What?
hot. And she's like, I got to mix it up real quick, and she stirred it up like this. And I was like, I'm not eating that soup. That's the.
Is that what that kreplach taste
Yeah,
was?
I was like, I knew that was salty. Is that what is this kreplach in Yiddish mean old lady's hand?
Dude, that's so gross.
Gross.
She made skin to soup contact.
Oh, dude. Repeatedly.
Ugh.
Hi, I'm Jeremiah Watkins, and I was born with a very rare disease called Grower's Syndrome. I've never felt comfortable whipping out my penis or even stripping down to my boxers in public because of Grower's Syndrome. I'm never at full capacity. I'm never really feeling like I can show people what I'm really working with. But all that changed when I started wearing Sheath Underwear. Sheath Underwear takes that rare condition called Grower Syndrome and turns you into a shower. They use a 2-pouch compartment system in every pair of their boxers. They may look normal out on the outside, but then you turn them on the inside. You got a compartment for your penis and a pouch for your balls. So you go from looking like this, a Casper, empty vessel of a boxer, to, whoa, who's that new guy in the office? I think he deserves a raise. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use promo code Jeremiah to get 20% off your first order. Every Sheath order comes with a 100% money-back guarantee, so you know you're going to be satisfied. That's sheathunderwear.com. Use promo code Jeremiah. Get Sheath Underwear today and let them support your balls.
I worked at El Cholo
Okay.
catering. I worked one catering party. I used to cater. So the people we catered, I catered with Joey Diaz. I catered with a guy named Brian Dunkelman, who he was him and Ryan Seacrest, the original.
Oh,
American Idol.
yeah.
So one time I was out on a catering with Joe Diaz, right? You ever catered before?
I have not. I've waited tables, but not catered.
Okay, so do you know underneath the like at a buffet, underneath the little sternos,
The
keep
tea
'em-
candles kind of thing?
they keep it hot.
The heaters, the
Yep.
Bunsen burner, whatever you want to call them.
But it's basically a substance called a sterno.
Okay.
The only way to get it all, turn it off, to put out the flame is to cut out the air. So you got to put the lid back on.
Copy.
Right. Throwing water on it just spreads it around and makes it
Oh.
fire everywhere.
Okay.
So I'm catering with Joe Diaz. It's me, Joe, maybe one other person. I'm in charge of this catering. And I picked Joe and whoever else they assign. And we're loading up the van. Dude, we're loading up the van. And I hear Joey come running around the driveway. Go, 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 get in the van, go. I go, what? And I look back and the trash cans are on fire. He goes, I thought those sternos would go by themselves.
Oh my.
This fucking dude, a flame, whoo, shoots out of it. He's like, go, 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 go. We fucking got in this van, drove off. I go, maybe we should put it out. He goes, fuck that. He said something like, I can't go back to jail or something, whatever he fucking said. But dude, catering with him. Well, first of all, the only reason we catered is you got cash and you came home with food and all that shit.
That's a big win all the way around.
Win.
Yeah.
I catered with one guy who, for whatever reason, whenever he showed up at anyone's house, he had to poop. And I was like, hey, you can't.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
You can't shit at this house.
We're here to cater, not like use their restaurant and stuff.
By the way, it's bad enough if you're a guest at somebody's house.
You don't even want to be a guest doing that.
Okay, let me ask your opinion.
Okay.
You're at somebody's house.
Okay.
Not staying for the weekend because obviously you got to dump.
Yeah.
You're there for dinner. They invite you over for dinner.
Yeah.
And you kind of got to go.
If I kind of got to go, I will wait.
Now,
I'm not going to push something out.
No.
No.
But so I had a friend recently who had a friend over.
Yeah.
Friend brought her husband. Her husband, at one point, the owner of the house, got up to go to the bathroom. He says, "Excuse me, I got to use the bathroom." And the woman's husband goes, "I'd bring a plunger." So not only did he shit in the house, he clogged the toilet, but didn't say anything. Was hoping to get out. Right?
Are you kidding me? He won't even own up to it?
So you got to come out of the bathroom like, "Hey."
Also, if you do that,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I say, "Hey, where is your plunger so I take care of it?" This is already embarrassing enough.
Humiliating.
You don't want somebody else going in there and literally cleaning up your mess after you.
Never. And not only that, you've guaranteed you're not getting invited back to that house or any house or anybody who's heard that story. And there are a lot of people who know those two people.
You know those old restrooms that would it was very popular to have carpet in the bathrooms?
Never heard of that in my life.
Really?
Carpet in the bathrooms?
You've never been in a home with carpet in the bathroom?
Oh, home. Yeah, I have.
Like in a home?
Yep, yeah.
Dude.
That's a bad idea.
Oh, dude. I've had some experiences where overflowing on the carpet. It's a nightmare.
At your house?
I think I did it at a friend's house once.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But my dad luckily taught me where the shutoff valve is on
good
a
one.
toilet.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't like
Not for
crazy.
your asshole, apparently.
Yeah, I guess not. Anatomically, you didn't teach me anything. But plumbing, yeah.
Plumbing? Guns?
Yeah. Guns? Yeah, you got it, man.
I got you.
Yeah.
You don't think about Jacob Wolf, my youngest son. This dude only ever had to poop at other people's places or when we got to Target.
Oh, so did that guy, what happened with that guy?
Yeah, the owner of the house plunged it out.
Ugh. After he left?
Yo, plunging somebody else's... I would throw up, I think. I think I would throw up.
I used to...
Somebody else's?
Oh, yeah. I used to have to do it at Starbucks, and it was the worst.
Oh, people clog the toilet at Starbucks.
Dude, coffee? It runs right through people.
And they're just throwing whatever in there.
They don't care.
Did you have to unclog the toilet at Starbucks?
Yeah.
Tell me your worst story.
At Starbucks?
Yeah.
And then we'll get back to Jake.
Yeah.
Well, one of them, I actually refused because it was too disgusting.
Really?
I made the girls who I worked with do it.
No. Was it a boys' room or girls' room?
Well, here was the incident.
Okay.
There was a homeless guy, who pooped in the alley and also all over the floor. It literally was a trail that went from the men's room all the way out through the alley.
No.
He pooped all the way through there. Entryway, bathroom, and alleyway.
No.
One of the managers I'm working with is so stupid that he's like, I think hot water will fix this.
No.
Dude, he went to the alley and poured steaming hot water all over the poop, and it became a poop river in the alley, and it smelled like a nightmare.
Where was this LA?
Beverly Hills.
No.
Yeah.
That's the only dumber thing I think I've ever heard with that.
Yeah.
I went to college in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
My first year there was threat of snow. And the city was...
Which I love, like that, like, hey,
they were...
tonight it might happen.
Yeah. Panic.
There might be some flurries. We might get 9 inches, but you's best be ready.
Or it's San Antonio, nothing's probably going to happen.
Probably, because we're in San Antonio.
We live real close to where it's hot.
You know, as it gets closer and closer to the equator, it's probably not going to happen.
You're probably not going to see any snow.
Probably not.
But they're panicked. They don't have like a Department of Public Works with trucks and sand. They don't, you know what I mean?
No, that's what happened in Austin when
Right.
it froze over this year. The town went to crap. It
They're
shut
not
down.
prepared.
Yeah.
So what they were telling the Department of Public Works to do was to drive around the city They were having their workers dig holes and throw dirt on the roads. Now, I don't know if you know how dirt works. It doesn't work like sand.
No.
And it didn't snow. It rained because it's San Antonio.
Oh, no.
The freeways were caked in mud. Mud. Dude, mud. Because they had thrown piles and piles of... And you know what's slippery? Mud when you're doing 80.
Dude. How many pileups?
The single stupidest... When I was like... I asked the guy because they were doing it on campus. I was like, what are you doing? They were like, we're getting ready for snow. I'm like... And I grew up near Boston. I'm like...
Of course.
That's dirt.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we just want to make sure people don't slip. I'm like, this should be funny. This should be... Because also, you put the salt down after.
Yeah. To melt it.
Yeah, not so the snow falls on top of it and then freezes over it. You put it down after. It was this thing like dumb across the board. Dumb. Dang. Dumb across the board. I keep looking at myself in this picture, man.
You like it? What are you thinking?
You know, I obviously I put it on at first as a joke, but...
Is this the new you?
I mean, it could be. I honestly, if I was going to keep 2 out of 3 of these things with this look,
Yeah.
which 2 would you keep?
2 out of the 3? I think the shirt's got to stay.
Shirt's got to stay, I think.
Yeah.
I think I go shirt and glass. I might even keep glasses because the glasses are extra dumb.
The glasses are good.
This is a little...
I think you can do... You're a hat guy, so...
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you can do better.
I appreciate
with the
that.
hat.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Maybe that giant cowboy hat I just bought.
That's definitely an option.
That is definitely an option.
That's definitely an option.
That definitely...
That's definitely an option idea.
Hey, Ben, how do you come up with your characters? Like, how did you come up with Shanks?
Oh, man. You know, part of the process was... It was kind of a weird reverse engineering of... The way I used to do it was finding different occupations first.
Right.
And sometimes the costume...
Did you want this mic cover back?
That's yours, just like this. Just like this tank top is mine now. You just earned yourself a mic cover. In fact, you think you just bought yourself a mic. That went upside your butthole. Not even inside, that went upside.
That didn't sound the way I thought it was going to sound.
You think it sounded how I thought in my freaking ear hole?
Oh, that's right.
I have a receiver in right
How
now.
did that sound in there?
Dude, you just farted inside my brain. And everybody else listening and watching this podcast with earbuds in.
I got to tell you, that might be my favorite. I've had a lot of favorite farts, but you just farted inside my brain is something I don't think I'll ever not. I might put that on my wall in my office.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of my prouder moments.
Yeah.
You just farted inside my brain. It was hard to hear because it's muffled, but
it was so loud. Okay. like your mic control over your voice this episode has been about, a 7. That was an 11.5. Josh's been doing a little bit of this during the episode, but you locked and loaded that thing.
Well, I know a part's important.
Yeah. He goes, I know when I need quality audio.
Listen,
on a
I
podcast.
really know when I need to lock in as a podcast guest, and that was it right there.
That was the moment. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment.
That
like
was
this.
I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, I think we found our clip.
I think so.
I'm going to ask you a few questions with the segment Fanning Out.
Okay.
Fanning out. Questions from fans.
Somebody said this is Bort Border on Twitter. Ask him about tuna and black bean dip.
Okay, so he is referring to. I was a single dad for a while, and had no money. $1,000 a month is basically what I made. This is when I was catering, and when you have no money and 3 kids, you have to get very creative with your food. So, one of the meals that the kids and I ate was black beans with tuna fish and cheddar cheese cooked. How bad does that sound?
It sounds horrible.
Okay. So I was on a morning TV show in Portland.
Okay.
And the woman had heard, I heard you make these things for your kids. Will you make one of the recipes for us? If you can find the clip, I thought she was going to throw up on live TV. It was me, Doug Benson, and her. I sincerely thought the look on her face when she put a spoonful of that in her mouth, dude, was like
so priceless.
Because I remember thinking to myself as I was making it, I think I'm missing an ingredient. I wonder, what did I use to make it taste good? Clearly, I didn't have it there that day. But my kids ate some weird.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
When you're hustling.
You got to put it together. But yeah, it was pretty gross. Do you want to try some?
No, just the tuna part already. I was like, ugh.
What's the weirdest food combo you eat that other people might think is gross?
I love peanut butter pickles.
I've heard a lot. Laura Bites was telling me about
It's
that.
really good. I think it's a Midwest thing.
Yeah, that's what she said.
There's also
she said peanut butter and pickle sandwich.
Yeah, peanut butter pickle sandwich is really good.
So you go sour dill or sweet? What is the?
You got to go dill.
I'm gonna give it a try.
Give it a try. Also, I just tried Cinnamon Toast Crunch and strawberry yogurt. You got to try that. It's so freaking good.
I got to tell you, I'm almost angry that you suggested that.
Why?
Why are you going to ruin Cinnamon Toast Crunch? It makes me want to do this to you.
It's so good. Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
What if I was like...
You mean, what if you just did that? Which you did? What if I just did the thing that I said, what if I do this? Is that what you're talking about? The thing that you did right after you said, what if you did it?
I was thinking that the same thing. I'm like, wait, I just did it.
You just did it.
What if I did the thing I just did?
I mean...
All right, sorry about that. Which one was better, first one or second one?
Dude, the second one somehow came with even more ferocity, I think.
I pushed a little harder.
All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much for the content.
You're welcome, internet. You're welcome.
You're welcome. This one comes from... Okay, there's actually a lot. This comes from Hotheads Official. How many more times has Josh been beat up by his son, or does he just secede?
We have officially stopped fighting because...
It started to get too serious?
Well, here's the thing. He can definitely beat the shit out of me now.
Jay can?
He's like 6'3". His hand... You know, we've sparred.
Really?
A couple times.
Really?
Headgear.
Oh.
Yeah. One time we sparred because my first special, Father of the Year, is about him challenging me to a fight, right? So I thought it would be funny at the end of the special, you know, when the credits were rolling, to have us sparring in a ring.
Okay.
And so, Jeremiah, ready for this? We're sparring. And Freddie, my buddy Freddie Prinz Jr. we were at his place where he trains, and he was like, get in there, do a couple rounds. And I'm like, okay. And so I'm trying to be cool in front of my friend, right? And I you know, I'm an older dude. Jacob's get wind. And so I'm starting to get tired out. So I grab him, right? And I clench with him, Jeremiah, and I go, I'm breathing heavy. And I go, hey, man. I go, we got to clench for just a second. I think I'm about to throw up. And right when I said that, he pushed me back and punched me right in the face. And I took the headgear off and I started laughing. I was like, that's exactly what I would have done. That's exactly what I would have done.
You pulled a scar from Lion King
Yeah.
on you? Just thrown you to the stampede? When you asked for help?
I have to show you this picture.
Oh
I do
my
have a picture
goodness.
in my favorites of me sticking him with a jab and he's like, that's the only one you screen grabbed? I'm like, yeah.
Of course.
Do you
Why
think-
would I favorite you hitting me?
He was like, you didn't want to show them the other ones? I'm like,
Yeah. I'm an NBA player who only posts photos of me
being
airballing
dunked
it.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost showed you a picture. Can I show you a terrible picture?
Sure.
I'm going to show you this picture.
Okay.
And then I want you to try to figure out what happened.
Okay.
Okay. This
is personally from your life?
Yes. Now, I have
Okay.
to tell you, I think the only other person who's seen this picture is Tom Segura.
Okay.
And I sent it to him because Tom and I enjoy gross shit together.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to show you this picture. You tell me what you think is happening. And I'll tell you, you guess, and I'll tell you exactly what happened.
I mean, somebody pooped in a shoebox.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure why there is either toilet paper or paper towels in the shoebox. Yeah, I don't know. What's the origin of that?
I got locked out of my house, but had to poop.
No.
And there was a shoebox. I knew I had just thrown away a shoebox in the trash. So I found some paper towels in the trash. I grabbed the shoebox and I shit leaning up against the side of my house into a shoebox. And then I thought, well, I have to take a picture of this. And so that's what that's what it is. That's what it is. And then I thought, well, I mean, everybody's going to see this, right? Just because that's how my brain works.
Right.
And so I called my brother and I told him what it was. I go, do you want me to send the picture? And he goes, no.
No, please don't.
Yeah, he was like, why would you?
Please don't. Like, I was about to offer to put it on the screen on the podcast, but it's so disgusting.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no reason for it.
Zero reason. If you know what poop.
Also, it's funny, like, you're thinking about sending that to some of your contacts. Like, you've been repped by different shoe companies in the past, and they'd be like, okay, if you didn't like the pair of shoes that we sent you,
And
you
that-
don't have to.
Hilarious, because that is, I'm like, oh, by the way, look at this. You know what clip this is?
What? Oh, wow. That's old school controlled chaos right there.
Yep. I remember you were doing
Wow.
scenes. That was Ross Matthews,
Yeah.
Fortune, and Josh Hopkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm actually,
dude.
I'll send this to you.
Yeah, that's great.
I also have the video of you and Jacob dick fighting.
Oh, you mean Darwin and
You and Darwin. Oh, here
yeah,
it is.
Darwin did a cockfight with your son Jacob.
That's me.
Oh, you wrecked him. Send me that and a couple of those other videos, and I might put them in the pod.
Yeah, this is like, but that might be the only, but it's a stiff jab.
Dude, his face is blurred. It's so stiff. It's doing the.
Because I had told him, now listen, I'm stronger than him.
Yeah.
So I would tell him, I go, look, man,
Don't get too close.
and don't hit me too hard. Because if you hit me too, I know you're going to be faster than me and a bigger reach, but if you hit me too hard,
I'm going to react,
yeah,
and I can't control that in the moment.
I'm gonna be
That's
mad.
adrenaline.
I'm going to be mad.
Yeah.
So he stiff jabbed me a couple times. So I was like, okay, let's just remind everyone what a stiff jab feels like. That was his head did one of those. And I was like, you ready to calm down a little? He's like, yeah, I'll calm down. Now, by the way, guys, listening, he's not like 12. He's a 24-year-old, 6'3" man.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't worry about him.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. But no, I haven't been beat up by Jacob lately. Thanks for asking.
Wow. I mean, there's so many questions, but, you know, I have a listener favorite of the show,
Okay.
which is we close out the show with Sax Talk.
Oh, I love it.
And I think that we can get into that right
Let's
now.
do a little sex talk.
I'll remind you, one of the last stories that you told was that you hooked up with a lady at IHOP that was she was a larger woman.
No, that was the last time I was on.
That was one of the last stories you shared.
Yeah.
Was that Sax Talk?
Oh, that's right.
Just to give you a frame of reference.
Yeah.
So dig deep into the vault and
come up with a sexy story?
yeah, come up with a story. You know, we look back at the footage. There's like literal eagles flying by and stuff like that.
pterodactyl.
Yeah, it's like what?
There's like a pterodactyl hovering behind you. But what would be more frightening to see? T-Rex, pterodactyl,
Oh, T-Rex right here.
walking down the street,
Yeah, pterodactyl. You run inside and you just lock the door.
and secure your roof.
Yeah, but the T-Rex might go through the entire house.
By the way, and then we'll get to your sex talk. I saw a clip yesterday of what somebody sent me a clip of what Neanderthals probably really sounded like. It's fascinating because they know how your Their esophaguses were different. Their
Yeah.
vocal cords were different. You know, they had deeper chests.
Okay.
And they think that the Neanderthals sounded like this.
Why?
I'll send you the video.
Why?
They break it down piece by piece. She's like, now talk. Now this is what it would sound like with this vocal cord. Do this. Now do this. And she added in all these layers, and it was like,
It sounds like somebody doing a weird improv exercise with somebody.
Is the I was like, that if that large-headed thing came at me like, I'd be like, yeah. By the way, if they'd made that noise in a movie, I'd be like, not realistic. That's not what a Neanderthal. That shit makes me laugh. Did you ever remember when Lincoln came out with Andrew what's his name? My Left Foot dude. What's his name? The actor. I drink you up. I drink your milkshake. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
And people were like, they were on him about his Lincoln accent. I'm like,
Yeah.
do you have a better Lincoln impersonation?
Were you around when Lincoln was hanging out in the clubs?
You think your complaint to this movie is that his Lincoln isn't spot on? Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah, you shouldn't see any more movies. Factually incorrect. I think Lincoln spoke a little slower. Fuck you. Let's do some Sax Talk.
Before we do that, there is a suggestion that I do like.
Hit me.
Ian__Spicer on Instagram. I'm your daughter telling you that I'm about to go on a date with a sweet, successful older man, OJ.
Wig.
All right, Dad. I'm gonna go out for the night. So I'll see you later. Have a good night.
Hey, where are you going? Just out of curiosity, where are you going?
Oh, Oh well, I think you'll like him actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have a date?
I have a date tonight.
Okay. Is he picking you up?
He's picked me up. Yeah, he drives a Bronco.
Okay.
And he's an athlete.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, I don't know if he might even be a fan of his. I don't even know. I don't know too much about him other than he said he used to play football.
Okay.
And I know that you're a big football fan. So you
Who did
might
he
know.
play for? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Do you know what position he played?
No, he didn't say. I don't follow football too much, Dad.
Oh, like what era? Like, is he still playing?
Well, he's a little bit older, so you might not like that, but he seems like a good, honest man.
How much older?
He's just a little bit older than me.
Well, like 30?
He's a little higher up than that.
35? Is he my age?
He's maybe a little bit older than you.
Older than me?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I just met him at a bar, and I just figured,
Okay, here's a couple questions.
we have good chemistry.
You have good chemistry? What'd you talk about? Tell me what you talked about.
Well, we talked about how he likes to golf now.
Oh, okay. I like to golf.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we'll golf together?
Sure, I'm
Yeah.
sure he'd love that. Yeah, he said he really likes... He just connected with me like very quickly on a level that other men.
You?
I think he liked that I was outgoing, and I'm not gonna say he has a fetish, but I do think he likes his white women.
What's this guy's name?
His name is OJ.
Oh, no.
What do you mean? No. What do you mean?
No.
You didn't even know his last name, Dad.
He doesn't have he doesn't need a last name.
His name's
It's like Oprah and Cher and OJ and Diddy and Yeezy.
His name's Orange Juice Simpson.
No, it's not Orange Juice Simpson.
It is.
No.
It's Orange Juice Simpson.
No, it's not Orange Juice. It's not Orange Juice.
That's how he introduced himself to me. Orange Juice Simpson.
How clean is the inside of the Bronco? Has it been cleaned out?
There's some stains in there and stuff like that.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Is he coming over?
Yeah, he's gonna be here in 2 minutes.
Yeah, have him come in.
You want to meet Orange Juice?
First of all, his name's not Orange Juice.
That's how he introduced himself to me.
He did not say his name is Orange Juice.
He said, "Hi, my name's Orange Juice."
No, he did not say.
That's what he said.
He said his name is OJ.
No, he said, "Hi,
No,
I'm
he
Orange
said
Juice."
you projected Orange Juice because you've heard
Just 'cause
OJ.
I like the drink and it's inviting and I like it. It's one of my
not
favorite
Orange
drinks.
Juice. His name is not Orange Juice.
Oh, really?
No. Second of all, when he comes over
Okay.
and you're going to ask him in,
Yes.
here's what I want you to do.
Yes.
I want you to bring him into your room.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you to ask him. But I need you to get your phone out.
Like, you want me to record him?
Just voice record. And just say something like, if you were gonna murder somebody.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Ghana, like
No,
the country,
gonorrhea.
like Africa.
Yeah, Ghana.
No, like Ghana. If you were Ghana,
No, I didn't. Is Ghana a country?
I think so. It's a place. I know that.
It's a good thing you're so cute. Okay, so
I just graduated
from where?
college.
Oh yeah. There you go. So I want you to bring
Vanderbilt.
I want you to turn on the voice recorder,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to ask him just a couple questions. How he might kill a white woman if he got mad enough.
I mean, why would I ask him if that?
He's killed a white woman before. And it's not the fact that she's white, but just he's killed someone before.
I don't
Murdered.
know about that.
Murdered, yeah.
A guy named Juice killed
His
someone?
name's not Orange Juice. His name is Orenthal James.
Okay, well, that sounds like a murder.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's 100% murder. But we're going to find out. Now, I also think maybe we can Rick James this dude and lock him in the closet.
Now, who is Rick James?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
But can you clean out your closet a little bit?
I guess. I mean, there's shoes and
Would
crap
you be
everywhere
mad
in
if
there.
we trapped Orange Juice?
If we...
I just kept him at the house for a little while.
You want to kidnap?
No, not kidnap. Just keep him in the closet.
Keep him in the closet.
Yeah, I just want to see if I can get him to hear him say I did it. Here, you know what else we can do? Do you have any roofies?
A roofie?
Yeah, do you have any? I think I have some in
I
the
don't
room.
casually carry around roofies.
Oh, I don't
Dad.
casually carry them. I lock them up so nobody gets them, but I think I have some. Can you, bring them in.
Okay.
We're going to roofie OJ. We're going to put him in the closet.
Okay. You're talking about him committing crimes? This sounds like a crime against OJ.
But this isn't a crime.
How so?
Because here's the truth. If you've killed somebody and you're not in jail for it, then you can do things to that person and it's not a crime.
Is that how the world works?
That is how the world works.
Is that movie Double Jeopardy?
It's exactly what that movie is. It's
Okay.
exactly what that movie is.
Mhm.
So are you in for this?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And I just need, we're going to have to hide the Bronco.
Okay.
Yeah. Does he have anyone else in the Bronco with him?
I mean,
Is there any, is
I
there
don't know
a friend?
I don't know if he's going to bring like a manservant or something.
Has
I
he
have
mentioned
no idea.
anyone named Kato?
Kato?
Kato.
Mm,
Kato Caitlin? Has he?
he mentioned a friend named Kate O. Like,
Yeah.
No.
We Kato. We want Kato to come.
I'm pretty sure it's Kate O.
No, it's Kato.
Mm,
It's Kato.
okay.
Don't you
Well, she
think-
might be coming. I don't know.
I think it'd be fun to have like a 65-year-old shoeless dude walk around and clean the pool.
I mean, I think it's women, but yeah, I'm sure that I can invite them.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, one other thing.
Yeah. What do I get out of this, Dad?
You get OJ in the closet.
I just get him to myself for an hour or something?
How about you can have the Bronco? How about you get the Bronco?
Okay, so we're gonna kidnap this man and take his car. I just met him. He seems like a really nice guy,
No,
Dad.
we're not gonna take his car. He's just gonna leave it here,
Oh, okay.
right? Because he doesn't need it.
Right.
Yeah, and technically, it's not kidnapping. He's not kid,
But then what do you call it when it's an adult?
huh?
What do you call it when it's an adult?
What?
What do you call it when it's an adult?
Huh?
What do you call it when it's an adult?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
What do you call it when it's an adult?
Say it again.
What do you call it when it's an adult?
Mhm. So that's what we'll do.
Sounds good, Dad.
Okay, good. How great would that be if your dad was like, "Let's get this
Let's
dude.
get this guy.
How about we?
We're gonna trap him.
Yeah. We're gonna trap him. We're gonna keep OJ. I'm gonna keep OJ.
Keep OJ? Are you serious?
Would you? What's the first question if you trapped OJ? What are you asking him?
I would say,
Do you think you could? If you're okay, because I'm sure you're like me. You watch movies, action movies, or escape movies,
Yeah.
or Alone,
Liam Neeson movies.
and part of you's
whatever.
like, I could fucking do that.
yeah.
I watch Alone sometimes,
I think
and I'm like, I could survive out in the Antarctic.
I think, if I went into hand-to-hand combat with OJ, he would kill me. He's an athlete. He's a big guy.
He's like 180.
Doesn't matter.
Do you think at this point, right now, you could beat up Chuck Norris? I think he's 80. Do
No.
you think you could beat up Chuck Norris?
No. I think he has the technical skills to take down even somebody who may have more energy than him.
It's not about energy. I think it's, at that point, life force. Like, I think if he kicked somebody hard enough, he would die. Do you know what I mean? Like I think at all.
I think you underestimate the Chuck Norris that I know.
Okay. At what age that Chuck Norris gets, do you feel comfortable that you could beat him up?
I think 90s.
90s?
Yeah. I think he's got enough spunk left in him right now that he would still kill me.
Ladies and gentlemen listening or watching, how many of you think Jeremiah right now beats up, maybe not with that wig on, but Jeremiah beats
Chuck Norris, get over here. Get your buttocks over here. I'm gonna kick you right in the face, mister.
I've seen you high kick now.
Oh, I know.
So how many of you think that Jeremiah could take 80-year-old Chuck Norris? Because I don't think Chuck Norris has more than 2 or 3 kicks in him.
So you're saying I have more endurance than him?
I think if you could take 1 or 2, I mean that is a big if.
Years of training.
That's yeah.
He might break my arm on the first one.
I'm not sure it's a
block
might. The first 2 are going to hurt a lot.
He's probably going to break my ribs.
Yeah, because I think he wears cowboy boots.
He still does.
Yeah.
He's still Walker, Texas Ranger in my eyes.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
If he, all right, but I think I got my money on you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Let's close it out with Sax Talk.
You got it.
Sax Talk.
I was a young man, and I was a virgin, and I was. My parents were out of town, and I was going on a date with another virgin. And at the last second, my older brother decided, you know what? I'm going to come home and cock block you. So I was like, well, I guess we're going to have to do the deed somewhere outside the house. Now, when you're in high school, I don't know about the rest of you, but sex outside was not uncommon. So I'm like, this is going to be great. However, the one problem was that I did not have my parents' liquor cabinet there to get everything lubed up. So my brother bought me some Bartles and James wine coolers and a Purple Passion. A Purple Passion used to come in cans in a 4-pack, and it had a little bit of Everclear in it, and it would fuck up your face. So we drive out to the woods. I lay her down, and I brought a blanket. You know why, Jeremiah? I'm a gentleman. We start rolling around. And I tried to readjust we're both kind of drunk. And I tried to readjust. And when I sat up like this, I pushed her stomach. And when I pushed her stomach, I think I hit the button. She projectile vomited directly into my face. And you know that type of vomit where you open up your mouth and it's like a stream? It was hitting my face like a you know what I mean? That kind of velocity. And she pooped at the same time. But being a young teenage boy, guess what? Not a deal breaker for me. And I told her, I go, hey, we can go back to my house and wash up if you're still into it. And she said, I have shit on me. Please take me home. And Virgin Josh stayed a virgin for a little while longer. Dude, it was a mess. Like a complete mess. And the one girl that I thought was gonna be into having sex with me, now like 100% was not. Do you know what I mean? Like, now the one shot I thought I had was gone. Do you wear a mouthpiece to play sax?
Sometimes.
So yeah, that was a terrible experience.
Yeah, that's desperate if you're like, I know you just pooped and vomited, but I don't mind.
I was like, hey, I'm not sure who else is willing to
Do this with me?
Yeah, so let's clean it up.
Did good looks come to you later in life?
I just think I was not a...
Or were you not a confident guy?
Yeah.
So therefore, you didn't have the package yet.
I wasn't confident, so I was seen as just a nice...
Oh, yeah. I mean, which
Nice
is
guy
sometimes worse
syndrome.
than...
Nice guy syndrome is like...
Yeah. He's so nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know what to do with him.
Yeah, I'll tell you. You need some hints? I can give you a couple hints.
So good.
Yeah. Guess what? Nice guy penis, same place as bad boy penis.
Mm-hmm.
And mine's darker than my legs.
And cleaner.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Well,
Buddy.
dude, always a blast, brother.
Thank you so much. It's been a good time having you here. I want to tell everybody who's listening, Jeremiah is working on some comedy that's really very good.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate that.
That new stuff is really honest and really, but also unique, like how you do comedy. I think it's fantastic, man. I can't wait to hear when it's all finished up.
Yeah, we got some fun stand-up that working on. So,
Yeah, man.
So come, are you back on tour at all?
I'm back on tour, comedianjoshwolf.com for tour dates. I'm in Albany, New York in July. I'm in some other places. I don't really remember. But comedianjoshwolf.com for tour dates and Josh Wolf Comedy for all socials.
And I'm going to be in San Antonio, Texas, July 15th through 17th.
Word.
And then I will be in Addison, Texas, September 10th through 12th. So some Texas dates coming up, and then some other stuff in between that I'll be on my Instagram at Jeremiah Standup, JeremiahWatkins.com for tickets. I love you guys. Love you, Josh. Thanks for doing it, man.
Love you, buddy. Thank you so much.
Yeah.